The FIFA World Cup 2026 has already featured several massive heavyweight clashes, most notably England's emphatic 4-2 victory over Croatia and the hard-fought 1-1 draw between Brazil and Morocco. Portugal were held by Democratic Republic of Congo. The game between Spain and the debutant Cape Verde is the biggest upset of the tournament. Despite entering the match as heavy favorites, Spain struggled to break through a resilient African defensive unit. Spain dominated the game with 47% possession, fired 23 shots, 8 on target, but could not find the back of the net. Cape Verde relied on a strict 5-man low defensive block, committing only one foul during their entire 90 minutes, the lowest on record for a World Cup match since 1966. As the FIFA World Cup is halfway through and there are at least 48 more games of the first group stage round, I choose 8 of them. Who is gonna be the biggest upset, breathtaking, thrilling encounter, and which is also gonna be most stunning game of the tournament. I choose 8 of them. The first one featuring by Netherlands and Sweden, which is gonna be take place in Houston on June 20. Netherlands were held by Japan 2-2. On the other end, Sweden thrashed Tunisia by 5-2-1 on their opening day fixture. But the Dutch, according to the German mathematician Joachim Low, is the man who predicted the 3 previous edition precisely. This time picks the Dutch as the favorite to claim the trophy on 19 July, MetLife Stadium, New York City, New Jersey. But the Dutch couldn't start the tournament as favorite. The way they wanted. The clash between Netherlands and Sweden going to be huge, decisive to claim the very first spot of the group. Match number 2, Germany versus Ivory Coast from Group E, Toronto, June 21. Although Germany thrashed debutant Curaçao 7-1, but it's Ivory Coast who has defeated Ecuador, the second seed of the South American qualifying round, is the biggest threat of the group. So this is gonna be huge upset if Ivory Coast can stun Germany. Match number 3, Argentina versus Austria. Although the defending champions begin their World Cup campaign in style, but the doubt of being targeted as the defending champion is not ended yet, as Austria begin their World Cup campaign with a 3-2-1 margin against Jordan. Austria were the group leader in the qualifying round in European region. So this is going to be a huge test for the reigning world champion. Match number 4, England versus Ghana. This is going to take place in Boston, June 24, Wednesday. Although England had an emphatic 4-2 victory over Croatia, on the other end, Ghana beaten Panama by a 1-goal margin. Ghana is all set to take tough test, a litmus test, especially Hurricanes side gonna be suffer a massive shock of the tournament. Norway versus France. This fixture takes center stage at the Boston Stadium, Massachusetts. This marks the first time 2 European nations will ever meet in a senior men's FIFA World Cup tournament. Both sides started their World Cup campaign with an identical 3-1 victories. France defeating Senegal and Norway taking down Iraq, making this final group match the likely decider of the top spot in Group I. The game is highly publicized as a generational battle between 2 of world football's most elite forward, Norway's Erling Haaland and France's Kylian Mbappe. Spain versus Uruguay. This game is going to be played between 2 former world champions from Group A, June 17 on Zapopan City in Mexico. This game were held by Cape Verde. On the other end, Uruguay were also held by the Saudi Arabia. So this game is going to be the decider of the group, and this game also may decide their fate, that either they are going to be advanced to the round of 32 or not. Colombia versus Portugal. Although Colombia, Latin American side, begin their World Cup campaign in a style, they beaten debutant Uzbekistan by a 3-1 margin. On the other end, Portugal suffered a shocking 1-1 goal draw against Democratic Republic of Congo. Portugal took an early lead when 21-year-old midfielder João Neves scored header header in the 6th minute. However, despite dominating 75% of the possession, Portugal struggled to create meaningful chances. Deep into first half injury time, Iwan Waya equalized with a back post header, marking Democratic Republic of Congo's first ever World Cup goal and earning them a historic tournament final. I think this 8 game is going to be absolute thriller, epic battle between these teams I mentioned in the development stories. But if any game out of these 8 this time result came out of expectation, gonna be more upset than this 8 game result could be. So that's the end of my projection. I would like to know your opinion in the comment section that whose game is going to be biggest group stage upset of the World Cup. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching this